Welcome to Karesansui Moments, where we explore how Japandi style transforms not only gardens, but entire homes into sanctuaries of calm. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. It helps this growing community thrive. According to YouTube, 94.7% of our viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, consider joining the 5.3% who already have. We'd love to have you in our tranquil space. Imagine walking into a home where every element contributes to your peace and well-being. This video reveals how Japandi design principles extend far beyond the typical garden aesthetic, bringing harmony and minimalist beauty into your entire indoor environment. Discover how to create a truly serene and timeless space that feels effortlessly balanced. Japandi isn't just about gravel paths or bamboo fences. It's about holistic serenity. From the garden to the heart of your home, Japandi touches everything.
Wabi-Sabi teaches us to find beauty in the imperfect. Indoors, this means appreciating raw wood grains, natural textures, and asymmetrical shapes. Scandinavian design brings purpose to every object. A Japandi home avoids clutter by making sure every item is both beautiful and useful. Think of the indoor version of a Zen garden. Soft light, wooden textures, and open, breathable spaces that let your mind rest. Japandi interiors use earthy neutrals, soft grays, muted greens, and warm beige tones to evoke a grounded, relaxed feeling. Low-profile, natural wood furniture with simple silhouettes keeps your space open and airy. Choose pieces with meaning, not just looks.
Woven rattan, raw wood, linen, and stoneware, these materials bring the outside in and create visual continuity with your garden. Decluttering isn't just tidying up, it's about creating emotional space. Japandi design encourages letting go of the unnecessary. Japandi minimalism is warm, not sterile. It's about fewer, better things that speak to who you are and how you want to feel. Natural light plays a huge role in Japandi homes. Use shoji-inspired curtains or soft sheers to diffuse sunlight and create a soothing atmosphere. Instead of ornate details, Japandi relies on contrasting textures: smooth ceramics, rough wood, soft fabric, and cold stone. Woven rattan, raw wood, linen, and stoneware, these materials bring the outside in and create visual continuity with your garden. Decluttering isn't just tidying up, it's about creating emotional space. Japandi design encourages letting go of the unnecessary. Japandi minimalism is warm, not sterile. It's about fewer, better things that speak to who you are and how you want to feel. Natural light plays a huge role in Japandi homes. Use shoji-inspired curtains or soft sheers to diffuse sunlight and create a soothing atmosphere. Instead of ornate details, Japandi relies on contrasting textures: smooth ceramics, rough wood, soft fabric, and cold stone. Your living space should invite rest and reflection. Think floor cushions, low tables, and open shelving with just a few meaningful objects. Japandi kitchens balance beauty and utility. Choose open shelving, wooden utensils, and ceramics for a harmonious culinary space. In Japandi kitchens, look for matte finishes, natural wood, textured glass, and ceramic elements that echo the garden's tactile calm.
A Japandi dining room is all about presence. A smooth table, balanced lighting, and chairs that invite you to stay a while. Keep your bedroom soft and grounding. Minimal furniture, soft textiles, and just enough light to wake gently in the morning. A serene bedroom begins with simplicity. Hide cords, remove distractions, and use storage that blends into the design. Bring in small plants, branches in ceramic vases, or a tatami-inspired mat to connect your indoor space with nature. Use wood tones, neutral tiles, and soft lighting to turn your bathroom into a tranquil retreat. Built-in cabinetry, under-bed drawers, and hidden compartments help maintain the clarity of Japandi style without sacrificing function. Don't ignore corners. A single floor cushion, a reading lamp, or a tiny table can make a space feel complete without crowding it. Your entry sets the tone. A low bench, woven basket, or simple tray for keys welcomes you home without chaos. If you work from home, keep your desk minimal.
a plant, a warm-toned lamp, and functional pieces that bring joy. Similar color schemes and natural materials throughout the home to create a sense of continuity and peace. Choose minimalist art or soft landscapes that evoke stillness and appreciation for nature. Essential oils, incense, and natural soundscapes like rain or rustling bamboo complete the sensory Japandi experience. Add sliding doors, large windows, or indoor plants that echo the textures and tones of your Japandi garden. Negative space is as important as the filth. Give your eyes and mind room to rest. Switch out textiles or accent pieces with the seasons, keeping things fresh without cluttering. Avoid harsh ceiling lights. Instead, use paper lamps, sconces, and natural light to keep things soft. A Japandi nook features a simple chair, soft throw, natural light, and a stack of meaningful reeds. A single handmade bowl, a textured rug, or a stone sculpture can add character without overwhelming. Use wooden toys, low open shelves, and soft hues to create calming, creative spaces for little ones. Rituals like tea, folding laundry, or quiet time become meditative when your space supports mindfulness. You don't need to redo everything. Start with one corner, one color palette, or one natural element. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Japandi home decor. If you found peace or inspiration here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you being part of Karesansui Moments.